Guys, what is going on?
Yo,
It's
that's
Scribs
kinda cool.
here, man. I got another coaching corner video for you. This time it's going to be some basic to intermediate S&D strats for terminal. Not too complicated stuff here, and pretty good for anybody to be able to understand. Pick up some intermediate to advanced stuff, maybe some rat spots maybe you didn't know about, some other kind of cool little spots, some cool little tricks, timings and whatnot. Maybe you might learn about. But yeah, you'll basically see both AR and S&D routes that I take here on both sides. Played plenty of matches to kind of get some clips and whatnot to kind of show what I'm talking about or speaking about. But hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, please like the video. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel as well, that'd be awesome. But the more likes, the better, man. It helps the algorithm. So this is Scribs, man, and I'll have plenty more coaching corner content coming up. As long as I start learning how to not stumble through my words while I'm saying the stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Scribs out. Now this first part here I'm talking about is basically timings. And basically if you can get anywhere to between 6 to 8 seconds of where you want to be in the map, pretty good route. Anything less than 6 seconds is kind of like a god tier route. Anything less than 5 is just insane. If you're probably not really leaving much of your spawn at that point, but if it's a good route, it's a good route. If it's defense or whatnot. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So basically, these routes here, basically, I'm showing you is trying to get to places in about 6 to 8 seconds. Get to my original first spots, and then go from there, and show you guys basically how things work on search.
The other one was, say, back area here. Right? So basically when you're coming up on these, I'll break this down on the attack map here. When it comes to their defensive sided stuff, on like, okay, you're just gonna notice some of the, oh, I got drift. All right, you're gonna notice that a lot of the teams kind of like to set up one guy here and then another 2-ish right here, 2 to 3 here, and then normally like to have one guy here at library. One of my aim feels weird. I gotta change it. And now we just full. The other one should normally be set up top AC. But probably went mid. If he went plain, he's gonna come mid. See here, I'm probably about to get outplayed by a bot because this thing's so random. Every like 4 seconds, if you can, you want to kind of just glance back at bomb, or at least be close to somewhere where you can hear it. See, I heard him starting to touch the buttons. You can hear a little beep beep beep. But when you're playing with folks and stuff, and they're being like, chatting and stuff like that, if you're on a 1v1, the best situations you can probably do there is like, if your friends are respectful, hopefully be quiet. If not, just mute them real quick. Make sure your headphones are cranked so you can hear the bomb. Alright, so this strat here is basically smoke front A through this middle area here. Smoke there or there with one of your ARs, and you're able to come through. Because you're going to have it, especially if you have streaks. I actually like this route. Especially if nobody's kind of watching this mid area here. Like, is you basically come up underneath here. Wait about 3 to 4 seconds. Here, I can hear him. I messed that up, but it's kind of a clean little strat right there. It's the main AR strat too. Now, depending on where your SMG is going to go, if he's going to go this way, smoke this way. So, if not, I think one of the best strats right here is smoking mid. So they're going to the left.
This is sort of a strat basically for really aggressive defenses here. So pushes you to play a little bit of defense on offense. Sometimes, you know, they normally only send about one player, maybe two, on the right sides of this map. And he's kind of watched that A terminal cut off mid area there. So it's kind of a decent little spots here that I'll show on that side for even like aggressive offensive defense and some passive defensive spots. Little different scenarios here, you know, different ways to play offense and defense. Different paces that you can mix into your search to kind of throw teams off. You know, start passive, you know, start playing aggressive depending on the score. Start aggressive. And if that's working, then start playing passive to kind of throw their timings really off, make them uncomfortable even. Plenty of different spots here that I'm showing right here. To defend the B-bomb here, you can get up on that planer. Another tip here that I haven't gone through much is that you always want to try to go through broken windows. And you want to broken windows or open doors if you can. You don't want to bust doors or windows open. It kind of gives you away. I also go in through here about thinking about running your routes if there's doors or windows or whatnot in your routes, of wanting to break those through with your nades first, so you have a straight shot through there and they're not going to hear you coming through another window or whatnot. You're going to go through the window that you threw the nade through or the smoke or stun through on this map. Of course, there's a lot of windows. There's not many doors, I don't think, on this map. But on other maps like Karachi and stuff like that, it's also another very solid strat for those kind of maps. If you're expecting people to be behind the doors, just throw your stuns through first. Try to get the doors open or whatnot. Hopefully you and your teammates are on the same page, of course, so you don't stun your teammates or anything. But that's what teamwork's for. But it's a solid strat for any SnD map. If you have a route where you know a doors or whatnot is going to be open, try and save your stun or your nade to get that door open first, so you don't have to break through there. Normally, there's differences to everything. See how I threw that? Boom. I should have went through the one where the nade went through though. You could have either pick or choose there, but because I had a smoke, I know it was going to give me actually extra protection. Here's a nice little defensive spot here. Actually, on this back wing, you can actually get up on the white and orange walls here too, and get right up on the wing. Kind of spot people. Like you can't get up on the wing now. I think they patched that, but on this side, but you can at least peek and whatnot and get behind there. Alright guys, here's one of those weird rat offensively, defensively spots here. If you notice the tendency that they're swamping through mid to be on defense aggressively, this is kind of a good counter area for it.
This is a good
of course, up top there in the baggage checks, but also right here in this little spot here. Allows you to watch the burger flank and B.
Weird, right?
If you guys are trying to play an A or moving around A. On this next tip, also, this is a very beginner thing, but a lot of people seem to don't know this right here. If you look at your map, you'll see you can see your players where they're looking at which directions. There's a little arrow pointing with their directions. You always want to try to avoid looking in the same spots. As you can look back on that kill that I had there, is because of course the bot is looking one way, but I'm watching his back because I know he's looking that way based on the direction. So I'm able to pick up the guy that comes through the window for him, and he's able to shoot the guy that I know is going to be on the right because he's shooting at him.
Little spot in that back security room is definitely going to come in clutch. At least 1 or 2 rounds. Probably like a round 2, 3, and then like a round 6 if you get there. There's a strat actually behind the barista table right there, actually, too, as well. Those are basically some of the most basic strats for Terminal. That's all I got there for that video, guys. Enjoy. Like, I see ways to counter most stuff, like aggressive plays, and sometimes it's with uber aggression, but there's other times where it's just with solid defense. And this spot right here is definitely solid defense. Now, if you want to get the more fuller angle here, it's going to expose you more. You want to kind of wait here to see if people run past you multiples. Like, these are only going to work once, maybe twice per round, unless you're playing against some match. But see how that thing gives away your sound, though? As soon as we're switching sides, so I'm gonna give you some sub-strats again from the side. Of course, there's the plain strat. I mean, you're spawning right behind it. But you need to go up front. I mean, back is normally better. It's more of a straight-on approach. But then there's also, of course, this strat here that I actually sort of like. Because see, now I'm guarding him. Corner here, this corner. They're clearly going B, so. And there's this strat. It's an odd strat here. You're gonna catch a lot of people off guard. And you're kind of giving up a free B plan here, but it's kind of a trap play. You just kind of wait in this area here, or in this area. It's a real rat area too. Like, that's kind of counter really uber aggressive folks that really want to get the bomb down and kind of whatever. But you have to have a solid defense up there because they're going to start catching on to it. So the first time you do it, you'll probably be able to get around like say, probably just you'll be able to get a kill or two. Next time, have another friend set up probably as an AR on the op side of, like, say the barista table or that corner. You know, where they're going to check. So then you either get a kill still, or you get at least a trade, if not a 2v1. You know, you might get a 2-for-1. You know what I'm saying? You might get a guy low where they double push that spot. Your guy pops up again out of nowhere. That's 2 down right there. So now hopefully you're at a 3-2 advantage at the least. So kind of strats like that. These are just the kind of strats, few that share with you guys here for Terminal. So hopefully you appreciate it. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you like some of these strats or the ideas behind them, and you utilize them. So this is Scribs signing out.